done for the African psyche first is to create that environment of pride, of being an Africa in truth and in deed. Because the speech was actually a message carried from the heart of Nigeria, aggregating the sentiments and emotions of Africans, and of course now communicating that to the global north, especially. Not since Kwame Nkrumah, have we had this kind of clearly focused, perhaps if you want to put it, confrontational, speech from a sovereign state in Africa to the global north. And when I say the global north, I'm talking about the Western European powers directly, because the president spoke specifically about not exchanging our old shackles for a new one. And that is a fundamental statement that describes the relationship between the global north and the African continent. Of course, we all know that neocolonialism had been rearing its head and trying to, of course, establish itself since the 1960s when most African countries established their sovereignty and secured their independence. And therefore, what the president has said is that no longer would Nigeria or the African people, allow our space of this world to continue to be the dumping ground, of the global north. Neither would we allow ourselves to become the battleground, continent of interest across the world. The truth of the matter is, since the 1884 Berlin Conference, there had also been various efforts by powers either of old or emerging powers to create sphere of interest, of political and, of course, economic interest in Africa, and therefore had hindered, the African development. So the African continent, had more or less been limited, restricted to just being a service continent for development of other countries or perhaps even other continents across the world.